Hi everyone, my name is Rainy. I am a student from English Language Education Department. This video is the final test from classroom management. I'm going to share why I make a lesson plan. Later on, I'm going to show you the lesson plan. So the first is, how was your need analysis result? Um, Based on my observation, the students were quite active. They learn about passive voice. The teacher is very responsible. Overall, uh, this is what I got. Actually, I observed the class, first grade 3, the second was grade 5. And those two classes, yeah, the students were active. In the third grade, I didn't see the teacher explain about the materials because the teacher only opened question and answer sessions for the final test. And for grade 5, the teacher explained about the passive voice. Yeah, but I mentioned some students still talk in Indonesian language uh, in some vocabulary. So I guess perhaps the students don't really master the vocabulary. The second, how can the result of the need analysis lead you to the design lesson plan? As I mentioned before, because I mentioned some students still talking using Indonesian language, perhaps because they did not master the vocabulary, because they are learning from their own house. Yeah, sometimes the teacher said that please turn on the music. I'm sorry, sir, and they're talking using Indonesian. They cannot really explain where their mom and their little brother at. So, I'm sorry, sir. Itu adik saya di kamar sebelah, like that. The third, why did you choose certain teaching methods or approaches? First, I choose to teach using direct method because it's better for the language learners to use the target language rather than use the native language. So it's better to talk in target language. If we are talking in a target language, uh, perhaps we can more understand or remember the vocabulary. Second is presentation, practice, and production. I use this method because I think the student is young learners. Yeah, the student is young learners, so they need to see the example first, and after that they will practice and then do production or exercise or something else, so they can do the task in the right place. How will you conduct your teaching using your lesson plan side? First of all, I'm going to teach by offline learning. So I designed my lesson plan for teaching offline, not online learning. I'm going to show you my lesson plan. This is my lesson plan, yeah. The unit is this is my house, and the lesson topic about describing my house. This is the objective, okay? At the end of the class, students are able to remember the vocabulary around the house. Second, at the end of the class, students are able to create a paragraph that describing their house and present it in front of the class. This is the indicator. Student mentioned some information, color, shape, items around their house using English. Student able to match questions and answer of the vocabularies about item around their house, and students are able to create a paragraph that describing their house. First, in the pre-task greetings, the teacher will greet the students like good morning everyone, how are you, and so on. And after that, warming up. The teacher asks the students about the name of the items in their house, like please tell me the name of the items in your house in English and write it on the whiteboard. Okay, in this part I'm using direct method like what I have mentioned before. So the student will write it, perhaps one person will come in front of the class and write perhaps like sofa or fan or air conditioner and so on. All right, after that, the teacher asks the student to watch a video about vocabulary. I'm going to play this video. Yeah. The video is about talking about a vocabulary around the house. And after that, the teacher will provide matching pictures of parts of the house activity using PowerPoint. This is the example of the PowerPoint. I'm going to show you later on the appendix. And the teacher will ask the students to find the answer. I'm going to show you now. This is the example like the bathroom. Which one is the bathroom? The kitchen, which one is the kitchen? The living room, which one is the living room, and so on. The student have to choose and answer it. All right. After that, in the wild task, first the teacher will ask the students to write a paragraph about describing their house using the vocabulary that they have learned. Before that, the teacher will give an example of a paragraph about describing house using PowerPoint. In this part, before the teacher gives the assessment to the students, the teacher will give an example. This is the example of the task. This is my house. This is the example. And after that, the student will work individually to write a paragraph about describing their house. The teacher will monitor the students and will help the students if they need it. So the student just want to monitor the students, and if the student have further questions, then the teacher will help the students. In this part, I'm using summative assessment. The teacher will ask the student to write a paragraph about describing their house, yeah, using vocabulary that they have learned. All right. In the post task, the student will read their work in front of the class. The teacher will give short feedback to the students' work based on the rubrics. So the one individually, the students will come in front of the class and then read their works, yeah, and after that the teacher will assess the students using this rubric and give a short feedback, and so on. And after all of the students present or read their tasks, the student will open question and answer sessions like in the class. So it's free. The students can ask, teacher, you said that it's wrong, why, and so on. So it's question and answer sessions. All right, I think that's it. Yeah. And going to the next questions. The last question is, what problems you predict may occur? Explain your emergency plan. First, the student do not pay attention to the teacher. It's perhaps the problem, but I think I can talk to them like personally, yeah. Or I have to make my activity more excited, yeah. Not only using video, perhaps using another physical activity to make them engage. The second is the students do not want to do the assignment. This one, perhaps I can overcome this one with an announcement that tell them this assignment will be graded. So if you don't do that, you won't pass this class, and so on. Actually, some students will afraid and then they will do the assignment. The third is there is no internet connection because in my lesson plan, I show you that I'm going to play YouTube video, and I'm afraid that there will be no internet connection. So perhaps I'm going to download the video first before I come to the class. So it's my plan B. Yeah, it's my plan B. But if I forgot to download it, perhaps I'm going to perhaps I'm going to just do a question and answer in front of the class, or show them picture about the name, like perhaps the sofa and so on. I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you.